What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Black Empath, and I'm here with another video. And today, I kind of want to get started off with talking about a scientist and Japanese author, Masaru Emoto. So I not sure if I pronounced his name correctly, but I will leave his name down in the description. So however you want to pronounce it, you can correct me if I'm wrong. So there's a broader scope to this video, but I wanted to start here for a reason, and it will come apparent. So, Dr. Emoto, he did experiments with water, as in water having memory and responding to different emotions, negative and positive, right? So, one of the experiments he did, he would expose water to negative emotions or rock music and positive things, positive emotions and words and intentions, right? Then he would freeze this water. The water that he exposed to rock music or negative emotions or negative language, they always froze in these ugly patterns, And whenever he would expose things to positive energies, like positive language, positive words, and then he would freeze it, and it would freeze in these beautiful crystal patterns, right? Almost as if the water is responding to you personally, correct? Then he did an experiment with cooked rice. Put water and some rice in 3 different containers. One container, he said thank you to every day for 30 days. Another one, he said, you're stupid, every day for 30 days. And the third one, he ignored. So the first one that he said thank you to started to ferment and had a sweet aroma. The one that he told was stupid turned black. Then the last one that he ignored started to rot based on these emotions and these words. So it's pretty interesting, because I've also seen other documentaries where they talk about water having memory and the fact that we don't really fully understand water the way that we think we do. There's even one scientist who has discovered a 4th phase of water. And it's still not fully explained. We still don't even know why water expands when it freezes. We know that it does. We know how it does, but we don't know why it does. So we really don't understand it. And guess what humans are made mostly of? Besides space. Because we're like 99% space, according to Neil deGrasse Tyson. We're mostly water. Yeah, mostly water. So you can see where I'm going with this. Number 1, stop calling your children bad because they have energy and you don't know what to do about it. It's not fair to them, because they're going to adapt those traits that you call them. A lot of people just say, oh, my kid is bad, as a joking thing, because they're energetic. So, but no, it's not funny. Like those words have consequences. The way we discipline our children. Okay. Sometimes you need to talk to your child, find out what's really going on, instead of running for the belt or the ruler or whatever, or with your hand. Every time they do something wrong. Yeah. It's the information age. Look stuff up. Take things into consideration before you do them, because it has an effect, and it might be a greater effect if the doctor Emoto. I was having trouble trying to pronounce it. Had to look at the spelling again. I didn't want to get it wrong. Dr. Emoto, if he's correct, and water is affected by your emotion, by other people's emotions, then you're inspiring rot into the lives of your children and to each other. Because let's talk about negative self-talk. How often do you tell yourself you can't do this or you can't do that because you really don't believe in yourself, or people have told you you can't do this and can't do that? It's a lot of people out there that listen to those things, and they're in depression because of what other people have told them about themselves. And they've told them so much that they believe it themselves. Because in our minds, it's like, if more than two people tell you, it must be true. Nah, that's not it. You might be listening to two people that hate you the most on this planet, and they could be the closest people to you, because people, if they see something in you more than themselves, they'll try and tear it down. And that has an effect on you mentally, spiritually, and even physically. Like, imagine if Dr. Emoto is correct. What is all that negative self-talk or negative talk to your children and to each other doing to your body? Our bodies are riddled with diseases, infections, cancers. A lot of it has to do with the food we eat. Did I say eats? I think I said eats. I'm not even going to edit that out. That was hilarious. No, but we're slowly killing ourselves. And words do matter. Words do hurt. So the next time you want to discipline your child, think about it first. Is your child even the type of child that even needs a spanking? Some kids aren't. Some kids already feel guilty. Some kids already feel down because they disappointed you. And a spanking it's really to teach a lesson. It's not out of anger. It's not out of hurt. It's not your first response. It's not your first go-to. Those times are over. I mean, don't get me wrong. Some kids do need a spanking. I've seen children not respect anybody, especially if all they were doing is talking. If they didn't think that they were going to get spanked, they didn't respect you, which is something else. Sometimes you don't even have to spank those kids. Sometimes you just have to let them think that you're going to do it. My point is, get to know your children. Get to know them. Pay them some attention. Help them grow. Talk to them. Get their side of the stories. A lot of times, you're wrong. And you know what? That's okay. It's okay to be wrong. I'm going to say that one more time. It is okay to be wrong. You understand what I'm saying? We're taught all our lives that being wrong is bad. Being wrong, no, it's not. It's not. It's human. No one is always right. Leos, I'm talking to you. Nobody is always right. Yeah, that's a little joke, but not really though. So anyway, I feel like I had to make this video because kids are people too. And no one listens to them. I feel like things are changing, but in my generation, nobody listened to children. The generations before that, nobody listened to them. I've even heard things where people older than me would say, children are supposed to be seen and not heard. Then how will you know whether or not we're crazy? Because some children are crazy. Some children need help. Some children are the future. I mean, all children are the future. But I mean, some children are the future. You know, is some kids get ignored and become great. I didn't know he knew all of that stuff. It's because you didn't talk to him. Learn your kids. Watch your language. And stop calling them bad. That irks my soul. That irks my soul. I've dealt with kids in situations, you know, family members, and even in work situations where they either were called bad or people have given up on them. And I was able to turn them around just by listening to them. One of their biggest complaints is that no one listens to them. So they do whatever they want to do. So they're bad because they're not listened to. And I know as parents we have a huge job ahead of us. And a lot of times we have to work. We work. And we're away from home a lot. But if you have that child, you have to make the time. You have to. 10 minutes in the car ride. 5 minutes in the living room while you sitting on your phone. Say something to your child. Ask them questions. Get their heads moving. Let them reveal things to you. And by the way, let your kids' friends come to the house so you can find out whether or not they're crazy. Because they'll influence your kid to be crazy too. That's all I'm saying. Raise your children. Be kind to one another. And let's normalize telling your friends, I love you. To all my YouTube listeners, I love you. Stay strong. And you are great. This has been Black Empath. And I am signing out. But before I do, I want to let you guys know that there's a thumbs up button that you can push if you like this video. And if you are not subscribed to me right now, please do yourself a favor and push that subscribe button. Really, it's me a favor. So, if you don't want to, that's up to you. However, it will be greatly appreciated.